My bad. Hey, Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. I'm laughing from that last video. Be sure to check out that video of why we shouldn't just be a black-owned business. Now, I want to let y'all in on a little secret. I have been watching Mash Straight Media on YouTube, and he gives us the business tea, honey, about all of the big corporations that we purchase from: KFC, Walmart, Gucci, Givenchy. He telling us about everybody, their lifestyles, and how they came up, and even their failures. So I love to watch Mash Straight Media because he gives so much information. And I just want to give some information here about how to not fail in business. I have been watching this for, honestly started watching it a few years ago when I had fell off of it. But it came back around probably about, I want to say like 2 months now, and I've been binge watching because he gives a lot of good information about business owners. Something that I realized from all of the business owners, like it doesn't matter who it was, KFC, Christian Dior, Chanel, he got about everybody, like people we inspired to be. And the things what was happening is some of their failures was expanding too fast. Expanding too fast. Like when you get something and you see that it worked for you, let it work for you for a while. With some of the things that happen with these corporations and businesses were they seen it work today, then they wanted to drop it again, then drop it again, then drop it again, then drop it again. They wanted to expand way too fast. So now they have all of these stores, then they couldn't keep up, or then what happened? What is it called? The market came down and all these different things happened where then you had to close all of these businesses, all the businesses in foreclosure. Expanding too fast could be a dangerous thing. Now it's good to invest and upgrade and scale and different things like that, but expanding too fast is something that I seen to where a lot of businesses was failing. Now these people eventually later on they came back up, and Chanel, you can 20 to 50 $100,000 purse, what I see, $23 million necklace, you know what I'm saying? But these businesses have had their failures before they came, who they are. And something that I realized was expanding too fast. Like, maybe one or two areas, brick and mortar areas, but pause it right there. Maybe for a few years where you can see that the money is making money for itself, and then maybe expand. So keep that tip in mind about not trying to expand too fast. Something else I seen was an overwhelming amount of product. So he talked about Domino's, how they started off and they only had like a one size pizza and only a few toppings, and they began to make a lot of money off of that. But then they were watching a competition, and then they seen that the competition had all these different sizes and When they started to follow the competition, then they began to fall back some. Having an overwhelming amount of product, it gives people the option to do different things, but it can also throw us off sometimes as well. So now I feel like we're in the era, I'm in this era, to where I like things to be like in a kit, like a skincare kit. So you want something to be like a face cleanser, face wash, toner, eye serum, lip gloss, eyeliner. You want all of that to be together, and I feel like that works better versus having like 1,000 different things. Like you got 10,000 different kits. I don't even know what I want. So I was noticing that a lot as well, that there was a lot of overwhelming product. Like, man, I see it sometimes too, like, okay, I want everything. You can get everything if you want it, but sometimes it can make a shopper overwhelmed. Like, bro, I'll come back later because it's too much going on. Sometimes the websites can have too much going on, like to where it just be throwing us off sometimes. So I noticed that with some of them businesses that he was talking about were failing, it's because they have an overwhelming amount of product, not focusing on the quality was something else. What was the car he was talking about? He was talking about the first car. And be sure to check out that channel so you can get this wisdom as well. I just wanted to do a recap. He was talking about one of the first vehicles that was made, and it was good the way it was for years. And then eventually he started doing business with other people to where, I hope that car come to my name. He started doing business to other people to where they wanted him to push the cars out faster. Now, mind you, this is back in the 1600s and the 1900s, to where they were making cars by hand. So these were the first cars on the road. You wanted to make sure that these cars, the quality quality was good, so they're not crashing, they're not blowing up. But see, when he started doing business with corporations, they wanted him to push it quicker. When he started pushing the cars quicker, they started losing value. It's the quality over the quantity. It might take you a while to get this ingredient down packed, but take the while versus trying to do a whole bunch of things just to push it out. Make sure that what you're using and what you're doing, that it really works. And it's probably going to take a while. You have to experiment on yourself first to make sure that it works before you put it out there. So something that I noticed was people not focusing on the quality but the quantity, and that's why some of the businesses was failing as well. Fraudulent activity is why some businesses was failing as well. Money laundering, theft, all of these different things, stealing from the business partners, all of these different things. Just always be humble in business, just period. Anything you reap what you sow. Don't think that nobody is seeing it. God always sees it. God always watches it, and he pays you back according to the seeds that you sowed. Don't do any type of fraudulent activity. There's different things you can do, like get loans. Make sure you pay them back if you need to. If you really believe in something, you might have to work a little harder. It may take a little longer. There's different contests you can do in your city to get different monies. There are different ways to fund the business besides doing fraudulent activity. Excuse me. If you have to do fraudulent activity, then it probably wasn't meant to be. Excuse me. Investing in unnecessary material. It wasn't a lot of businesses failing off of that, but sometimes you do need to invest in some things that may not be necessary in the long run. So I guess it's not something that can help you fail. This is something that can actually help you grow as far as investing in different things. That way you can know what it is that you need, what works for you. So investing is always a good thing. And now I think I had a good and a bad list. I think that's what we're getting into. Only accept what God shows you. Some businesses was failing because God showed them something, and then they started telling their family, and the family was like, this will never work for you. And then they started trying to do other things that made them fail, and then they had to go back to the original plan. I think it happened with the Nintendo game, to where they, came out good, was the first Nintendo, and then they were trying to do like other things that didn't work, trying to keep with the competition, and it didn't work. And it's just going to be a back and forth until you get it together. But always do what the Lord has showed you. That's going to be the best thing to do versus trying to watch the competition and do what they're doing. What somebody else is doing is not going to work for you. Whatever it is that the Lord shows you, whatever it is that you're working on, that's the only thing that's going to work for you. So be wise and trying to, and of course you're going to expand, you're going to do different things, but I'm talking about as far as like watching other people, then trying to, some people watch competition in the fact that I can be better than them. Is you versus you. Is you being better for yourself. So focus on the quality of what it is that the Lord is showing you, and then we won't have no problems trying to duplicate what somebody else is doing, because it can't be done. Don't ever sell the dream. That's what Colonel Sanders did. This man took almost till he was 60 to even get KFC to be a major brand. Then he sold the brand. Then he went back to sue KFC. So the owner of KFC sued KFC. He shouldn't have sold the brand. See, he sold the brand thinking that it wasn't going to get any more profit, or that, where he seen it at, that's just where it was going to be at. And when he sold it, it blew up even more. Now you came back trying to sue your own company. It's not your company anymore. Don't ever sell the dream, no matter how long it takes. Just don't ever do it. If you believe in something, you believe in that. If somebody want to come buy something from you, then that means they believe in it, and they can possibly say further than you can. Sell a percentage of that. And I also want to refer you to that Max Stray Media video when he was talking about how to buy in the stock exchange. He's not talking about just the stock exchange. He get into the information about how to, I'm going to just tag that video in our entrepreneur section so you can watch that. He actually just talks about, how you can learn how to sell the business. So learning about the stock exchange would be a good thing versus you just selling the whole business and then you have to buy it back when you see a profit. Just learn about percentages and just learn about different things as well. And even if we don't know it, we come up on some money, get you a lawyer, get somebody that can teach you these things that you don't know before you just start selling stuff off. Because ain't no way you created this and then it came up and then you sold it because you only seen it there, but then you came back and sued them because you feel like you deserved more. You should have just kept the company. And I want to say to always get wisdom about financial freedom, financial stability. Again, just doing extended research, getting a lawyer, making sure that you're learning about the money as well. I know managers play a good part, but we need to learn these things as well. Sometimes we can put other people in position that we never learn into, where now we're depending on my manager to always know. So I'm the manager, I'm the everything, right? And I need to learn about this as well. So make sure that you learn about everything, every area of the business before you even put other people in position. Expand the knowledge. Always expand your knowledge. Don't stay in one place like, okay, we're just selling cars. No, start selling BMW. Start selling SUVs. Start selling trucks. Always expand the knowledge to learn how you can grow in different ways, because when people get attracted to things, sometimes we look for other things like, okay, what could you make off of that? So always expand the knowledge, always learn in your area, because there's always something new that you can learn. Let me see. Yeah, that's what that was. And then pretty much I want to give example from the pink sauce lady. A lady that came up with the pink product on TikTok. It took off. Small business. Really seemed like, I don't know, she was selling the sauce, didn't have it in inflated packages, so people was getting it. It was expired, it was melting in the sun, versus doing that extended research on, okay, let me hit up Uline and let me get some inflated packages that's going to be cold for the next 72 hours, and then these people can get their things. So not doing that extended research, just selling something, then somebody really hit you up like, let's do business with you. And then it just sounded like you just do the research on that, because it was just a lot going on with her situation, to where, a business reached out. They was like, hey, we want to get you what you need to be even more successful. But then she felt like she didn't have to do no more work. So then she just felt like this company just owed her money. She felt like she was rich and she already made it. Expand your knowledge. Always do your extended research. Somebody hit you up with a deal. Somebody hit you up with a brand. They want to do something with you. That's not you made it. That's not you rich and you automatically a millionaire. That means you have to work more and you have to continue to put in to even get this money. She was getting advances and the product wasn't even selling. I know in our time, being an influencer and doing different things like that is getting people paid, but we have to be wise with that, because I can see this influencer stuff like, kind of going down, because people is lying about the products they get in, the reviews and stuff just not real. So when businesses, they're looking for, some of these businesses have been in businesses since before we was even born, and they're looking for fresh and new talent, people with influence, but they're looking for wise people that they can really do business with. So if somebody hits you up, this company been out since 1995 and you're just getting started, and they say, hey, I want to sit down with you, we have a contract, we can go over some different things, we can pay for you a lawyer to make sure you understand everything. These are your duties, these are my duties. Then you need to make sure that you're doing your half on the bargain. And then you have to make sure that you're continuing to expand and grow in the money that they give you, and not just be turning up and feel like I'm rich now, I made it now. Make sure that you're still doing wise things. Again, that goes back to expanding too fast sometimes as well, because we'll get the money and be like, oh, I'm good now, like I don't got to do nothing else. No, let me figure out what else I can do to even get more money. So those were just some examples of just some videos I've been watching from Man Straight Media. Be sure to head over to his channel as well, so you can get some wisdom on different things, how to learn about business. I mean, it's just a multitude of information over there. He's teaching about business, how not to fail. He's telling us the different things that people went through, how they grew up. And just whatever it is that you're doing, just have faith and it will work. At the appointed time, God will send people to help you, but you got to know how to treat people that's being sent to help you. You know, you can't feel like these people owe you money because they want to do business with you. You know, somebody might just hit you up just to, you know, get your product in the lab, and then that's it. You have to be grateful for that, and you still have to work off that. Like, okay, this is my business partner that helped me get this in the lab. This is my business partner. He invested, but he do want 10% profit back, so I have to make sure I get him that back. As a lot of people are continuing to grow, some people are stepping in their purpose. Some people is not. Some people just doing off a quick come up. That's a dangerous game, just to be doing something off a quick come up, because you're not learning everything that you need to be learning. You're not even caring to learn when you get the money. You're just doing different things just to keep up with society. Don't keep up with society. Always remember that you came from somewhere, like you were struggling before, and you never want to go back there. So we're not just about to get this $1 million and just go get everybody out the hood. Now hold on, wait. We're about to get this $1 million, and let me see, you know what I'm saying, can we turn this to a kid now? Can we open up a small little car, you know what I'm saying, do a business out the trunk and different things like that. So and then let's flip this to 2 million, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the goal that people have. It depends on the reason why somebody is starting stuff. You have some people starting stuff because it's just a quick come up. You have some people starting things to where I ain't just starting this is my purpose, and I believe in this, and I see this growing 10 times more than that. We got, you know, different things going on. So it just depends on the person, but I encourage you to go over to Max Straight Media and do your extended research. Get the business information that you need, the business wisdom that you need to not just be a small business, but to one day grow into a larger corporation and just eat forever. God bless you. Alexis loves you. Mwah.